So here's an additional calculation that you can do to help with you get with your writing, kind of let you evaluate each of your individual ranges. So what I have here is my my data that I had from before, and I have all color coded by quartiles. Same thing most of you have done to set up your chi-squared table. So this in the middle here would be my chi-squared table. I didn't tally them up to see what they are. Um, Actually, looking at that, there's probably this column that should not be there. Um, so what you're going to do is once you fill in your chi-squared table, and I don't know if some of you didn't know you could adjust the borders like that. But what you're going to do is you're going to look at mean and median of each individual range. So not only of the overall mean and median, but how does it change in each range? So for instance, I'll do my first quartile is in yellow, and I just want to find the mean of the values in yellow of my other variable, not the one that's my range, of my yellow values. Okay, so I know I have an overall mean of 20.6, but the mean of that range is 4.09. And I could do it again for the second. And again. And so I have all my averages for each of the individual ranges. So that might be something that's more helpful for you because the overall mean might be messed up. So for instance, even though this has a higher GDP or has a higher percentage, this shows the individual average of the GDP growth in that range. And you do the same thing for median. And so I'm going to do the median of the first quartile. So because you have so many data values, sometimes it's helpful to break it down in a little bit smaller way. And then it gives you more to write about. So it's looking at each quarter of your data. So in your paper, you can name this median of range or median of each of the individual ranges, but this is a number that allows you to look to compare quartiles and see how the data breaks down. Depending on your data, that might be important because in an individual category might be somewhere you want to focus on or give you something to talk about. Okay, so you can add that calculation into wherever you want with your statistics.